Hello everyone, this is Chrism and I'd like to welcome you to another conversation about your Kundalini awakening experience. And I'm going to pan the camera around a little bit. Right now I'm in Peru, in a place called Ture, Peru. And in the background you can see, or you can hear, a river flowing. And I'll slowly pan the camera that way. There we go, brighten it up a little bit. There's a horse corral there. And I'll be handing the camera to Amelia Santara. Today I would like to talk with you about ayahuasca and the Kundalini. Ayahuasca is a jungle tea that is made from the Liliana vine, Banisteropsis caapi, or caapi, however you want to pronounce it, and the Psychotria viridis, also known as chacruna. When these two plants are combined together, they form a very powerful tea that is called ayahuasca. And as I've just panned around, that's the temple where the ayahuasca is experienced here in Ture, Peru. Ayahuasca will stimulate or kickstart a Kundalini activation in an individual. And so, even though I already have Kundalini awakened in me, and so does Santara and almost everybody else in our group, we decided to come down and see what ayahuasca would do for people that already have the Kundalini awakened within them. And so I'm going to step inside the temple right now. Are you brave enough to come with me? Come along. Okay, everybody, we are inside the Ayahuasca Temple in Ture, Peru. And this is Alonso Del Rio's Ayahuasca Temple. That is a thatched roof, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never seen a thatched roof before, you're seeing it now. And these are made from native trees. And of course the thatch is native. And this rock here is from the river. When the river flooded, it washed all these boulders onto the property. And they made this circular wall out of the boulders there on the property. And you see these cushions here. This is where people are seated, shoulder to shoulder, all the way around the room, shoulder to shoulder. And you'll see the door in a minute here. Nice triangle above the door. And this is where Alonso Del Rio would sit. This is the shaman's seat here, and his various musical instruments. During the ayahuasca ceremony, I'm going to hand this back to Santara. During the ayahuasca ceremony, mystical songs or mystical music is played, and these are called icaros. That would be I-C-A-R-O-S. These icaros really tremendously increase and focus a person's experience with the ayahuasca. So it's very, very important for a person to realize that you need to take the ayahuasca with a shaman or an individual who knows the icaros and maybe who has sung the icaros and received those songs from their teacher, on up a jungle lineage for, in many cases, well over 1,000 years. Ayahuasca has been used by native peoples in South America, the Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Peruvian jungles for untold centuries. This has a direct effect on the Kundalini. I've had this service here now 3 times, and I'll be having my 4th ceremony tonight. And with the awakened Kundalini, it really brings you into a visceral, physical contact with divinity. Divinity literally comes through the ceiling of your visual awareness, of your full visual. And it begins to teach you in certain ways. You may see the column of the 1,000 blue eyes that people with DMT have seen, or you may see eyes of the peacock feather, stretching out before you. Everything is very, very brilliant, very, very beautiful, and typically very, very positive, depending on what you bring with it inside of the ayahuasca ceremony, and how devotional you are to the sacredness of this ceremony will determine how positive your experience with it is. Alonso Del Rio, I will recommend as a shaman. I recommend his wife as well. Valdi. It's very important to get somebody who has the highest integrity. And Alonso Del Rio and his wife have the highest integrity. They're not in it to overpower people. They're not in it to abuse people in any way. There is no black magic or dark magic or challenging type of energetic here at this place. And so this is why I can say you can come here and safely do the ayahuasca ceremony. And I'm going to take the camera from Santara now and show you a little bit of how people live around here. This is through the window of the temple, and it's very, very beautiful here. Very green. It's 9,000 feet elevation, ladies and gentlemen. 9,000 feet elevation. Very important for you to understand that as you are in 9,000 feet elevation, you're going to have to chew Coca Leaf. And I'm going to show you some of this Coca Leaf right now. It's in a bag like this. This is not cocaine. This is what people who want to make cocaine, this is what I guess would be the raw material. And you just take these leaves and you're not getting high at all. This is not a drug thing at all. Ayahuasca is extremely purging of a system. It is, you don't get drunk, you don't get high, you don't lose consciousness at all. Matter of fact, you gain consciousness, and you gain certain aspects of your Kundalini that are absolutely essential to your equation if you're planning on taking yourself as far into the Kundalini as possible. Now, it isn't. I never had any drugs help me awaken Kundalini. Okay, so I'm not promoting a drug. I'm promoting an experience that is not addictive in any way. Ayahuasca will make you vomit like you've never vomited before. You'll vomit from this end and you'll vomit from the other end too. And this is not typically part of an ecstatic or say a cocaine or methamphetamine or marijuana or alcohol or any of the pharmaceutical drugs that they put out there to try to control people. This is freeing people. Now, when you chew the coca leaf, the coca leaf helps you adjust to the 9,000 foot elevation. If you're coming from anywhere, say below 4,000 feet, you're going to need the help of that adjustment. And it doesn't make you sick, and it doesn't. It will change your heart rate and some your BP, but it is very healthy for the body. I cannot list the amount of nutrients that are contained within the coca leaf itself. And once again, I want you to really differentiate that from cocaine. Cocaine is another thing altogether. With the coca leaf and the ayahuasca, it is a tremendously powerful blend that helps you kickstart a Kundalini activation, if that's what you're doing, or to really enjoy in a much greater way, in a much more focused way, the actual Kundalini that you already have. It brings you into a greater level of communication, a greater level of symbiosis, a greater level of doing the divine work that you're here to do, which is the whole reason to even have Kundalini. Okay, and I'm going to walk over here for a second. You need to understand that people have been cultivating Kundalini in themselves for many, many, many years, many centuries. And you're not the first one to have it. I'm not the first one to have it. And it doesn't matter whether you have it through ayahuasca tea or, many years of meditation or Shaktipat from a guru or any of those things. What matters is that you honor the divine thrust that is coming from the Kundalini through you into the environment. Ayahuasca helps you do this. And so I'm very happy to promote Alonso Del Rio and his wife Valdi. I'm very happy to promote people who want to come to this place and partake of the ayahuasca with the sacred Kundalini in mind the whole time. I invite you to come here. I'll be leading journeys down here. You can contact me if you're interested. It's very powerful, very beautiful, very pure, and sometimes very difficult. And the real difficulty is in the preparation, the diet that a person needs to acquire before they come down. You can have nothing that has L-tyramine, the amino acid L-tyramine in it. You don't get to have any artificial sugars, any artificial sweeteners, any hard spices, no alcohol, no drugs. You want to be very, very, very careful. If you're on a medication, you need to look at any kind of contraindication. Okay? This is a severe purge inside your body, your fat. I mean, I don't know if you can tell how skinny I am these days. I mean, look at this. You see my other pictures. I look pregnant compared to what I look like right now. Scary thought. But anyway, this is very good. This is very healthy. And it isn't healthy just for the body, which it is tremendously so, but it's healthy for the psychology. It's healthy for the emotional psychology. It's healthy in so many different ways. Because here in Alonso Del Rio's ashram here in Tere, Peru, here you're only eating the foods that are grown on the property. You're only eating or drinking rain catch water. Okay? You're not washing yourself with soaps that are not organic and naturally made. You're eating 9 different varieties of corn or maize. Valdi is the most incredible vegetarian chef that you'll ever meet. I mean, she's amazing. And she knows all the spiritual significance of the plants that you're eating as well. So I just want you to understand that there is a place in Peru that is safe for Kundalini people, that is tremendously healthy, that is tremendously spiritual, sacred, and strong. And I want to invite you to come. Thanks for watching.